The unseen journey, the untold stories, stories that if came from other mouths will be distorted due to zero connection, spiritually, emotionally and physically. I fear they being told as I struggle to turn in my grave, as I struggle to turn in my grave. It's sad that they who planted the seed will never eat of its fruit. The only fruit that they may eat is God's blessing. Nature has ways of exploitation. At 8, I couldn't see the tree. It's true. They that are old can see things while seated that the young can't see, even on top of mountains. It's true that they that are old can see things while seated that the young can't see on top of mountains. Magnification of soul vision from years of enlightenment. Mary saw it all coming. Mary saw it all coming during the evening classes of drawing. Days passed. Day 1, a homework activity. She thought and believed it was child parents' conspiracy until she witnessed it with her own eyes. At home, mom always complains. All the time she will find the young lad drawing. Her nerves could have a disconnect. In fear of lost, of brighter days, because this was the only last hope, the only tree that was seen to be viable, because chances were opening, fertilizers coming through from foreign aids. Pressure never accumulated. It was freedom for the young kid, a soul full of complexity, a brain full of wonders. Wolfgang with the piano, Da Vinci with the painting, brush Kimeu with a pencil and paper, practicing intimacy. And like Jesus coming, the prophets never foretold the coming of this. It was not in the family DNA. Puzzled and solves. My roots really my roots? That was not the question then. All that came inside was reflected in paper. All that came inside was reflected in paper, on paper, on paper, on paper. The new one would look better than the previous one. Still, the same happens still today. With new drawings is a new style, new bond, renewed hope that might see the light of day. At early days, it was not intense, all admired and congratulated. Until I joined high school, the pressure raised, critics came, even they that knew nothing about holding the pen had comments to make. Of course, the negative ones, maybe the one that you've already made. This shading is not in place. It's too dark. I have seen better art. It should be this way, it should be that way. Conspiracy to associate yourself with the art and the artist. If it were not for me, it will not look this good, so that you can say. They will try to emasculate you. I'm speaking from experience. There are days even mentors hide their secrets in fear, as they can see the cub growing maims, as they can see the cub growing to a lion. the voice, less lion roaring, the insecurity magnified. Mom now supports the art. She is number one fan. It feeds from her sweat. It's not self-sustained yet. If you ask her what her son does, she will say art and poetry. She will say art and poetry. You'll be left confused. Isn't poetry art? Isn't art poetry? But drawings, she means. Some days friends are fake. They only feed you with comments. Once I drew myself. You're not this handsome in reality, a friend said. Broken ego, awakened insecurity. Now, every day I practice. Every day I draw. Every day I practice drawing, and practicing and drawing are two different things for me. With hopes that I'm in the process of booking a seat in the tables of kings, the hopes that one day I will sit in the table of kings. Behind the scenes, some are commending others, waiting for the day that they will see me on screens, and they will claim they knew me. Waiting for the day that the gold will be discovered, and they will claim we knew of its existence. We tried calling the miners to extract it, but they ignored. It's funny. It's funny how the world is. I say it's funny how the world is. They're waiting for your star to shine so that they can eat of its fruit. They're waiting for your garden to blossom, the trees and fruits to grow so that they can eat from your labor. It's funny how the world is.